You could make your introduction in Polish.
Sure, you want this few words in Polish in the beginning, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you should tell us, who you are and what you do and where we are.
Okay.
And where we are, all in Polish.
Okay.
And then the translation.
Okay. We are going on air? Yep. Okay. Cześć, nazywam się Adam Wajrak. Jestem dziennikarzem, który pisze o przyrodzie. Piszę dla największej polskiej gazety, dla Gazety Wyborczej. Jesteśmy w Puszczy Białowieskiej, w Teremiskach. To jest środek polskiej części Puszczy Białowieskiej. I tutaj mi się najlepiej pracuje, bo tutaj mam wszędzie las dookoła, zwierzęta, jest w ogóle wspaniale. A tam na ścianie jest skóra z młodego żubra, bo tutaj jest tak, że jak Park Narodowy odstrzeliwuje żubry w ramach selekcji, w ramach jakiejś takiej redukcji, chore sztuki, to lokalna ludność może je sobie kupić i zjeść. I tak zrobiłem, zjadłem małego żubra, był bardzo pyszny. Oh, I forgot. Okay. Now in English. My name is Adam Wajrak. I am a journalist covering nature issues for the biggest Polish daily newspaper. I am writing about nature, animals, and for that I am living here in Białowieża Forest. This is the last primeval forest of Europe. I am living in a little village. It's called Teremiski. It's more or less center of Polish part of Białowieża Forest. And there behind me is a bison skin of young bison, because when national park is making cooling, the local people has a right to buy the bison meat, bison skin, and I have a few bison dinners thanks to this little one. And I love this forest because you just go out of the house, of your home, few hundred meters, and you meet the bisons, you can see the cranes, you can see the whatever you want. If you are lucky, you can see the wolves. And yeah, but the bisons are most important. And all the last spring, all the autumn and half of the winter here in the front of the house, we have like 17 bisons walking around. The local people are more and more used to the bisons. They have break with some relation when bison was extinct here, but always the people here were for bisons, and bisons were, like very important part of the life of this forest and of these people, because these people were settled here by kings and by tsars to take care of bison. Bison was something special in Europe a long time ago, and still it's something special. And now these relations are back. I will tell you a funny story. When I was writing about bisons and about grandfather of my neighbor, and I said in my story that he was poaching for the bisons, and then my neighbor got very angry about this, and he told me, "This is bullshit what you wrote. You will write that the American Indians, the native people of America, were poaching bisons?" Would like to try a mushroom again? Like? Mushroom. They are saying bison reserve, entering forbidden, but we can enter there. There is a lot of few, there is quite a few of them there. See, there.
My name is Stephanie C., and I work with the Buffalo Field Campaign. I'm the media coordinator for this organization. We are out here on the western boundary of Yellowstone National Park in the state of Montana, and Buffalo Field Campaign exists because we are very concerned about what's happening to the last wild population of American buffalo here in the United States. The state of Montana has a very powerful cattle industry, as a lot of western states do here in this country, and they view wild bison as direct competitors for grass. Mainly what we're dealing with here is a centuries-old range war. Kind of the days of cowboys and Indians is continuing, although it's taken different shape. It's the same story. It's a fight for grass, a fight for control, and the cattle industry is trying very hard to prevent wild bison from migrating into their native lands that are now Montana and from becoming a presence in the state. Wild bison are a native species to this area, as they are to most of this continent, yet we have one last wild population that has existed since prehistoric times living here in and around Yellowstone National Park. But when they follow their migratory instincts that take them out of the high elevation of Yellowstone, which is indeed an incomplete ecosystem, the state of Montana, with the help of the United States government, tries to prevent them from gaining any ground in this state. And Buffalo Field Campaign formed in 1997 after the winter of 1996-97, when over 1,084 buffalo were slaughtered simply because the winter was severe and they had to migrate to lower elevation habitat for food in order to survive the winter. The state of Montana killed them.
This sign said that this tree, this pine tree, Pinus sylvestris, is protected as a nature monument. Pomnik przyrody, that's mean nature monument and protected by law. Nature monument protected by law. And also there's some sign, some numbers from Forestry Institute here in Białowieża Forest, so it's also subject for science. Nazywam się Tomek Kamiński, pracuję jako biolog w Zakładzie Badania Ssaków Polskiej Akademii Nauk. Moja praca polega na zbieraniu danych o ekologii żubrów. Znajdujemy się w Puszczy Białowieskiej, w terenie, gdzie żyją i występują żubry w stanie wolnym. Zbieramy dane o pozycji i wędrówkach żubrów oraz o ich diecie, o bazie żerowej, o dostępności roślin, które żubry jedzą, oraz o składzie gatunkowym i ilościowym tej diety. Now in English. My name is Tomasz Kamiński. I am a biologist in Mammal Research Institute, Polish Academy of Science. My job is to collect data about bison. Now we are in Białowieża Forest. That's the last primeval lowland forest in Europe, place where is living the biggest free-ranging bison population, European bison population in the world. In fact, we can help in bison protection. European bison is a protected species in Poland, so it's forbidden to hunt on him. It's forbidden to scare him. For me, bison is a really special species. It's the biggest terrestrial mammal in Europe. It's a very impressive animal, big, strong, full of power and energy. So every meeting in a forest in bisons for me are really spectacular. I'm here. I'm working with bison since 2005, so that's 5 years, but still work with them and make me a lot of pleasure and also proud, because always in Poland bison was a king species. In the Middle Ages, only our kings was able to hunt of them, and that's strange, but thanks that bisons survive, because they was always protected.
Nazywam się Ewa Dobrogowska, jestem z Białegostoku. Przyjechałam tutaj na 6. Międzynarodowy Festiwal Filmów Przyrodniczych imienia Braci Wagów. Jesteśmy w Tykocinie, stoimy właśnie koło rzeki Narew.
Nazywam się Maria Wieloch, przyjechałam z Gdańska. Z zawodu jestem ornitologiem. Pracuję, chociaż jestem emerytem, w stacji ornitologicznej Polskiej Akademii Nauk. I tak samo jak koleżanka przyjechałam na 6. Międzynarodowy Festiwal Filmów Przyrodniczych do Tykocina. Stoimy nad rzeką Narew.
I live in Białystok, which is near the Białowieża primeval forest, and this place is famous all over the world for the bison, the European bison that is, which is closely connected to American buffalo as far as I know. And I want to say that for all of us, I think, for all of us in Poland, it goes without saying that bison must be protected. It happened once, just after the war, that all of the bison which were here were slaughtered by the people who were hungry, who needed meat. They were simply killed, all of them. And then they were reintroduced with great efforts, really. And now we have a strong herd, which is considered to be, like, I don't know, a national treasure, basically. And the whole place there is centered around them. Everybody knows that Białowieża means bison. And a lot of people come here, and I just can't imagine this place without the bison. It's absolutely the part of the landscape, of the picture, and people go there to see the bison. So this is why it shocks me that when I heard that in Yellowstone National Park the buffalo are killed. It's just beyond my understanding, because first of all, for me, the buffalo is also one of the symbols of the USA, of the past, of the wild times and so on, of all those things which should be cherished and protected nowadays in the times of the industry, of technology and everything. And I was sure that America is the country where there is such an awareness. And it shocks me to find out that it's not. It just shocks me. I thought that this is the past, when the Indians were killed, when the wildlife was killed, that nowadays, just like almost all countries in the world which protect their nature, that America does the same. And when I saw this film about the buffalo, about the slaughtering, the shooting of the buffalo, it absolutely shocked me. It shocked everybody who saw it here at the festival, and the people decided to write a letter to Barack Obama to protest against that.
Ej, tam gdzieś na czarnej wody siada na koń kozak młody. Czule żegna się z dziewczyną, jeszcze czule z Ukrainą. Hej, 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 sokoły, omijajcie góry, lasy, pola, doły, dzwoń, 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 dzwoneczku mój stepowy, skowroneczku. Hej, 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 sokoły, omijajcie góry, lasy, pola, doły, dzwoń, 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 dzwoneczku mój stepowy, dzwoń, dzwoń, dzwoń. Hej! Wina, 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 wina dajcie, a jak umrę, to chowajcie na zielonej Ukrainie, przy kochanej mej dziewczynie. Hej, 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 sokoły, omijajcie góry, lasy, pola, doły, dzwoń, 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 dzwoneczku, mój stepowy, dzwoneczku. Hej, 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 sokoły, omijajcie góry, lasy, doły, dzwoń, 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 dzwoneczku, mój stepowy, dzwoń, dzwoń, dzwoń.